And welcome to a new Energy Crew podcast. I'm your host, JP Warren, and we are winging this episode today. This is, it's the second week in the new year, and we talked about this in the goals podcast that usually 80% of New Year's resolutions fail. People give them up by the second week in February. That's not really surprising. I know I'm probably guilty of that before this. I pretty probably beat that pretty good, but this is, I was listening to something that was pretty interesting that, we all fall, like somebody said, we usually stay in the same 6-month cycles. We stay in the same routines, whether that's seasonal, whether that's planning. I know I'm guilty of that, where I was constantly staying kind of this quarterly cycle of set up this quarter, the quarter's done. Set up this quarter, quarter's done. So at the end of the day, that was kind of it's kind of stays in survival mode when you go in routines, and this is really kind of a way to kind of to get in better habits, or maybe kind of plan your schedule a little bit to kind of break away, and where you can actually kind of get out of the 2023 routines, or that the routines that you're historically used to getting into. So I always think if there's if there's a way to try something out that works, I'm going to try it out before I start talking about it. And here's a couple things that I've done that I've noticed a direct impact, a direct result on kind of how I tackle my days and how to get out of that quarterly routine. And it's something that again, I've done a couple of these things that I'm going to discuss today, and it's actually kind of inspiring. So I'm waking up in the mornings before my alarm clock goes off, pretty geeked out, pretty pumped up, which is good and bad because I'm pretty sleepy. So let's get this going. The premise of this is that whenever we get, we always, it's the holidays come around. We always make these routines, these New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose this. However, they fail because life gets in the way. Life doesn't change just because there's a new number at the end of the year. And this is kind of a way. Look, it's again, small changes lead to the biggest results, and this is a way to make these small changes to have some big results. And I think to keep momentum going, it's one of those things where you do have to stay on yourself when it comes to your schedule, when it comes to your time, and when it comes to your actions. Are you being targeted and specific with your actions? Are you adding value with your actions and time and effort? And people fall back when life gets busy, when the meetings start up again, when the due dates are here, when the kids go to school, when the kids have this or practice or whatever that is. However, I think with a little TLC to your schedule, a little TLC to your intentions, what you want to do, it can really kind of free you up. So you're not just kind of staying on that flat line of routine cycle. You're kind of being picked up. You're kind of elevating yourself, and you're kind of striving for your goals. So here's some things that I've kind of implemented in my day that have helped me stay in this upward momentum, to stay in this progression, whereas I'm doing things differently than I've historically done. So okay, let's get started. Scheduling. I think I think a lot of this kind of comes down to schedules. Our schedules, I feel everyone's got the same amount of time, 24 hours. However, we all know people that are either control of their schedules or out of control, or their schedules control them. Whether it's ushering, doing errands, appointments, meetings, whatever it is, there are some people in our lives where, and we might be one of them, where we feel that our schedules dictate our lives and it's just out of control. And that is something that I faced. Poor scheduling, poor time management, whatever it is. Not that being said, I'm not perfect. This is just stuff that I've done probably for the past month that has really kind of elevated my focus and changed my momentum throughout the day. All right. So the first thing it is look, I'll show this right here. I have a remarkable, but the only reason I got this, because if you look around my house, I have journals everywhere. Get a journal. Get a journal. Get a journal, even if a blank journal with a time, whatever like that. Start putting your day down. Plan your day. I do this the night before. I don't get to. I kind of jot down the night before what I want to accomplish the next day, or things that I probably should get. I do kind of what I need to get done, what I want to get done, and then the dream big ones, the visionary ones that, again, we support dreaming big on Energy Crew podcast. So the dream, the big dreams, I guess. So planning your day in a journal, putting pen to paper down and writing your things down, it takes things off your brain, takes things out of your mind. I know there's sometimes a wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Once I put that stuff down, I'm able to fall back to sleep versus have my mind going and spinning and rolling. So a lot of times it's just a simple process of getting a journal and writing stuff down, putting your thoughts on paper. There's been a lot of studies where this kind of helps with anxiety. It helps with planning. It helps with progression. Kind of, it allows you to talk to yourself, communicate yourself. So again, take journal down night before, take 10 minutes, plan out the next day, and honestly write down what you're grateful for. Write down kind of what went right that day. We often get so focused on this negative cycle of what didn't go right. We get all A's, but that one B, damn it, we failed on that B. It was a perfect day. Everything went great. I mean, I had this the other day with my wife. It was one of the best initial meetings of exec group. It was the best thing. Energy, discussions, conversations with so many people. We saw the vision turn to reality. And not only that, we saw more promise in that. I got in the elevator and I bitched about something. I complained about it. So I focused on one negative thing that didn't even change anything. But that's what I started focusing on. My wife quickly grabbed me out of that. So again, put down your gratitude. In the morning, take time for yourself. You have to set your alarm clock a little bit early. Do it. Having personal time in the morning and then planning your day, it allows you to kind of have some control over your schedule, and also it allows you to kind of not just jump back into the day to day. I gotta keep running. I gotta keep going. I gotta get back to this routine. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. It helps you gain pace of your day, kind of slow down and prioritize. Yeah, usually the mornings when I start, my day, I'll get up, and it's alone time. It's probably about 30 minutes to an hour of alone time, whether it's meditation, whether it's prayer, whether it's journaling, whether it's reading. I try to do a little meditation, journaling, and like a daily stoic reading. And that kind of sets my day. That sets the tone of my day. It really allows me to feel like I have more control of what I need to get done. And what I do in the morning, actually what I do for the day. Sometimes I remember before I would feel like I would spend time in the morning on something like some administrative task that would kind of eat up my morning. And I felt I was behind. I felt like my day was ruined. So what I've started doing is I've taken the day and I broke it into chunks. Whatever you want to do, I broke it into 4 chunks that work: the early morning, the mid morning, the afternoon, the late afternoon. And I know when I'm kind of the most creative at these certain points, and I know when I like the most administrative paperwork. So what I do, I block out these times. It's time blocking my day and putting what I need to get done in those blocks. All right. If they go over, that's fine. But hey, you try to have some sort of boundaries on that. All right. So in the morning, I try to handle the admin stuff or the stuff that I need to get done that I probably should have got done the day before. I try to knock that out by a certain time. That way it allows me to tackle those next those 3 goals that I need to do that day. And I always have 3, because if after those 3, the rest is just butter. The rest is just sprinkles. All right. So again, break apart your day. Put your goals down for that day. Okay. I put down what I have to do. Okay. Well, what I have to do is probably the RGA, the revenue generating activities. What do I have to do? What do I need to do? And what should I do? Okay. The need, wait, no, have, should, want, not need. Have, needs, kind of the same thing. So the have to do, that's the revenue generating activities. That's the stuff that I got. That's the invites I have to send out. That's the whatever it has to do. That's the stuff that drives in the revenue. The stuff that I should do, that's the admin stuff. That's email the CPA. That's do the stuff that I really don't enjoy doing. No offense to my CPA, but the stuff that I enjoy doing. But the stuff that I should be doing, and then I get to the stuff that I want to do. Those are my big dreams that I want to do. Kind of, where is this going? Where is this going in 5 years? What do you have to do today to get there in 5 years? So I th- I personally think that yes, have to do the daily day routines, but leave space for yourself to focus on your dreams. Leave space for yourself to focus on your vision. Whether that's 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, leave some time for yourself to focus on that goal that's down the road. Because what that does, that allows you to not stay in your daily routine, that allows you to pick your head up and look further down the road. All right. And again, this is kind of what I've done. And again, look, it's the second week in the new year, and there's gonna be a lot of people kind of like fall back in their 2023 routines, their 2022 routines even. And again, that's fine. I mean, we're all human. Progress isn't linear. Um, these tasks, obviously, it's podcast is not as I podcast. Progress is not linear. So again, give yourself some grace that, if you don't wake up, early one day and set your goals, do it whenever you wake up. Be okay with not reaching everything that day, but as long as you have a plan, you're trying to. That's all you can ask for. So give yourself some grace and be okay with whenever you do fall back in your old routine days. That happens. I know I fall into it. Actually, I was about to fall into today, but I was like, no, I'm going to go in and I'm going to record some podcasts because, again, this is part of my goal of the new year is to create more content around entrepreneurial stuff, imposter syndrome, mindset, stuff that kind of that I've tried out at the house that works for me. So again, again, it's okay to fall back in old routines, but don't stay in old routines. It's I guess the best. I guess if I were to summarize, if you were to fill this, I guess whole podcast in 30 seconds, it would really be um, to not fall back in your old routines. It takes a little bit of time for you to control your day, and control your day. That's setting your day out with intention. That's setting your day out with purpose. That's showing gratitude for what's going good around you in your life, or kind of what's going good throughout the day. Because we do revert to kind of the negative side of things, especially with all the media that's out there. With all people like complaining. So if you can not complain internally and show gratitude, it might help out. So again, in the mornings, break apart your day, set your daily goals. Even if that's sending an email to that person you probably should have got back to, even if that's cleaning out your 5 minutes, cleaning out your inbox. Set a goal. Set 3 goals. Go for it. Get at your day. And I think that's the way you measure progress. I think if you set minor goals, that's the way to elevate yourself, elevate your new year. So I hope everyone out there is having a great new year so far. And again, if you're falling back in your old routine, take a minute, get a journal, set your day with intention and focus, and you got this. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in for Energy Crew Podcast. We hope you put your energy in the right place.